All right, it's been a good morning. Rained a bunch last night, everything got wet, but it was nice and toasty, so no worries. And just came up on a big long climb. Been climbing all morning and came right up into this field. And this kind of, I don't know if it's a meadow or I don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool and it doesn't look like anything else along here. Great views out there for 100 million miles. And then just wide open wildflowers. It smells sweet. And oh, it's nice to not be in the trees. Wow. Look at that. Whew. Woo! So far, this is the only part of the Appalachian Trail I've seen that looks like this, where it's just a wide open field and I don't know, somebody just meandered through and called it the trail. But that's pretty amazing. And so wide open up here. Still have the same view out there. Feels nice to be out in the open. Okay, just walking through this extremely remote area. The most remote area of Virginia, and came across this example of extreme remoteness. It's an AT&T cell tower right in the middle of the nowhere. I don't know. Anyway, very good. Seems like the vegetation is just getting thicker and thicker and thicker. Up to this point, most of the time, even if there was some thick vegetation like this, you know, you could walk just a short distance and find some clearings and things, places to set up your tent. You know, obviously I've mentioned I like stealth camping about everywhere that I can, and instead of going to shelters and stuff. But I'll tell you what, look around. I mean, you want to stealth camp here, you're gonna have to whack some weeds down quite a bit and move some logs and all sorts of stuff. So last night was a little tough to find a spot. Ended up camping in the middle of some briars, and just, it was sort of a mess, but I don't know, I may have to just figure out a slightly different plan. Anyway, so a couple of things that I haven't done before. As far as backpacking like this, doing a long backpacking trip, is having to do with shipping boxes to and from yourself. So for the first time, I shipped a box from home. I don't even think anybody at home knows I did that, but I just put a little box together, and it has some resupply in it, just mainly just food. I think maybe I put a extra tube of sunscreen in or something like that, but it was mostly just food. And I shipped it to a little town probably 4 or 5 days from here, and to the post office with just shipped it to myself, and I'll pick it up when I get there. And so I don't know, you know, no big deal, except I just haven't done it before, so we'll see how that goes. I may get there. You know, most places that have a post office also have grocery, and I don't know if there's a huge advantage to shipping a box where there's already a grocery store, but it just means I don't have to mess with it. When I get there, I just get the box, throw it in all the food in my pack, and I'm done. And maybe it saved me some money too, because sometimes groceries on the trail can be a little more expensive. You know, if it's the only town for 4 or 5 days, you know, they know you have to buy stuff there, so maybe it costs a bit more. So anyway, in 4 or 5 days I'll pick up a box, so that's kind of, that'll be nice to do. Some people, like if they're through hiking this whole thing, they'll put together 50 boxes before they leave, and they'll ship one to themselves every, you know, 5 days, or they'll put 30 together and ship one every, you know, week or 2 or whatever. So I only did one this time. And the other thing I did is, you know, you'd think after the 2 weeks I spent in Georgia and North Carolina, maybe I would have learned what I needed in my pack when I came out here, you know, I had every intention of bringing less stuff, especially because temperatures should be warmer. But then right before I left, there was a cold spell out here. I ended up piling everything in back into my pack. And honestly, I think I even brought a couple of extra things. So my pack is probably slightly heavier than it was, you know, here now than it was even when I started in Georgia. So I finally got my wits about me, and oh, when was it? Was it 3 days ago? Something like that. Went through a little town. There was a post office there. So I went inside, tore my pack apart in the lobby of the post office. And luckily these little towns are used to this kind of thing. This crazy, smelly Appalachian trail hikers are coming through constantly. But anyway, I tore my pack apart and found exactly 3 pounds, 3.5 ounces worth of things that I didn't need, or that I think I didn't need. And threw them in a box and spent $10 shipping them home. So, Dad, if you get this in time, there's going to be a package that shows up at your house. Just throw it aside and I'll get it when I get home. So yeah, that's really been nice. I actually have a lot more room in my clothing bag. Tons of the stuff I brought was clothes. And so now I have more room in my clothing bag, which by the way is what I use as my pillow at night. And so it was stuffed full and wasn't even making a very good pillow. Now it's a little more empty and it makes a great pillow. And I'm carrying over 3 pounds less every day, which probably is no small part of why my knee isn't hurting at all anymore. And by the way, again, one more day here and my knee's been great. So hopefully that problem is long gone. Now I just have to work on breathing. All right. Well, I'll be back later. Gorgeous sky. I've heard that Virginia is known for its rocks being very rocky. And, you know, there's certainly been some rocks, but hasn't been anything all that unusual until now. The second half of today has been kind of crazy, and doesn't seem like a big deal, these rocks here, but you just really have to focus and concentrate because, you know, your every step is an ankle turner or shin cracker or something. So, actually, now that I've turned the video camera on, it's not as bad here, but still, they're just everywhere. Everywhere you turn, there's more rocks, and sometimes you're literally just kind of stepping on and in them and sort of wedging your foot between them, everything. So, it makes it for a little bit more difficult hiking, but kind of interesting as well. Something new to focus on. Here's a little bit better example, maybe. Hey, it's late in the afternoon, almost to a shelter. I don't know whether I'll stay at the shelter, but man, whoa, holy moly. It's been a long slog this afternoon. I was feeling so good earlier, but I kind of lost it. I don't really know why. I didn't sleep that much last night, but it wasn't that I didn't sleep at all. I mean, not sure if that's it, or Also, I didn't have a bunch of extra water this morning, so I didn't make oatmeal. I just had some power bars and some stuff for breakfast like that. But I've been eating all day long and drinking tons of water all day long and having a great day. But man, a couple hours ago, I just hit the wall. And you know, I've done decent mileage today, but I mean, I'll bet I've only done 13 miles so far, maybe. Maybe I've done 14, I'm not sure, but you know, it's decent miles, but it's not a tremendous amount considering, you know, what I've done before. But I mean, I've been stopping. Well, not only that, also the terrain's been fairly easy. I mean, it's been rocky, but it's been fairly level all day with just a couple of climbs that weren't that big a deal. Anyway, I've been stopping periodically, just like trying to catch my breath. And, you know, no big deal. I sit there for 10 minutes and I feel great, you know, or great, good enough. And then I get up and my legs feel better and I go. But well, my legs are tired. They're just worn out. I'm not really sure. You know, it just dawned on me now that I'm saying that, you know, the first time I was out here in Georgia and North Carolina, I was eating a lot of protein and not nearly enough carbs. Hey, you know, I made the adjustment to start eating a lot more carbs, but I haven't been eating that much protein out here. It literally just dawned on me, so that could be it. I think I'm gonna get in and have some ramen, some beef jerky, and maybe a packet of tuna tonight. I bet that really helps. Maybe I'm not getting enough protein. My muscles kind of breaking down and not getting to heal up enough. I don't know. Anyway, Dr. Greg to the rescue. Another little snake on the trail. I have no idea what kind of snake it is. You see him? Looks harmless enough. I'll let you know after he bites me. Cool.